In Seattle, T-Mobile Park with the Mariners hosting the Royals. They beat Kansas City 4-1 last night with their fourth win in 5 games. Got big nights from Julio Rodriguez, Jared Kelenic, and had 24,000 at the park. And tonight, the first 20,000 who show up get a replica statue of Edgar Martinez, the same statue that's outside the stadium, but of course much smaller. So there's a lot of people packing the ballpark tonight. And Mike, I was kind of encouraged because you said not only is it going to be pretty good at the beginning, but unlike some of the other games in this homestand, it's not going to be pouring rain by the end.
That's exactly it. I think they're going to be able to keep the roof open the entire night tonight. That was not the case earlier this week. Basically, anywhere you go tonight, anything you do, it's going to be wonderful. Bring an extra layer with you. Of course, it'll get a little chilly once the sun goes down, but what we've got right now is spectacular. Claylock out at the Olympic National Park, looking fantastic there. Meanwhile, up towards Mount Rainier in Paradise, they got the parking lot clear. They've got a phenomenal snowpack there. A little cloudier up there, obviously, but still fantastic for getting out and about. If you are planning on heading out into the backcountry, check with nwac.us first and check avalanche conditions. It's that time of year where a lot of stuff is slippery out there. Meanwhile, along the coast, no worries whatsoever. Westport looking idyllic right now. Again, some filtered sunshine out there. There is a bit of a cloud deck sitting in the mid-levels of the atmosphere, but that is our friend. What it's doing is keeping us relatively warm in the overnight temperatures. So the heat that we're generating during the day, we get to keep in the overnights. I'll show you what that looks like in a moment, but look at this. 63 in Chehalis and Puyallup right now. Even up towards the north, we've got 59s in Bellingham, 59 in Mount Vernon for folks who are tiptoeing through the tulips? Yeah, I almost got that. And it looks like it's going to be an even better day for that tomorrow. I'll show you in a moment. In the meantime, as I mentioned earlier, if you're planning on heading out tonight, it's not going to get dramatically cold once the sun goes down, but still, we'll get ourselves into the mid-40s in the early morning hours. So here's what we're looking at in our neck of the woods here. And as I mentioned earlier, this is a limited time offer. That is looming off of the coast there. But forecast models have been really kind to us over the last 24 hours and have now suggested that this thing is going to be coming in very late on Sunday night. In fact, it would be safe to say early Monday morning. We'll take a look at the timing together in just a moment. If you are heading up to the Tulip Festival in Skagit County, it's going to be warmer than it was today. It started off a bit chilly, but 10 a.m. when they open the gates there, 57, 64 by the time we hit 3 p.m. and then into the evening hours, still holding on to 63 there. Again, be mostly cloudy out there, but not a bad day and not expecting any rain until really late. If you're heading in the opposite direction down towards Puyallup, 68 at 3 p.m. I can eat funnel cake in 68-degree weather. I can eat funnel cake in basically any weather, but I especially enjoy it when it's warm out. Take a look at Futurecast. We put it into motion here, and here's what I'm doing. I'm letting this thing roll overnight. This is 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. So again, when you wake up, you get out and about. There will be some fog, especially now towards the South Sound. Anywhere near water, it looks like it'll be a bit foggy in the early morning hours, but similar to what we saw today, once the sun comes out, it's going to bake it. It'll all mix out into the atmosphere and give us a wonderful afternoon. There is some rain headed our way. In fact, this is about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So if you are out on the coast there doing some clam digging, you may want to take that into consideration. The morning will be much better than the afternoon and evening. Speed that up to about 8 o'clock at night. Looks like it could potentially be stormy out along the Olympic coast there, so take that into consideration. But take a look at this. During the dinner hour, we're still looking really good across the Puget Sound. Now, by the time we get to midnight, I'm saying really late, is when I expect that rain to start to move into the Puget Sound, and then it's going to be with us overnight into the early morning hours of Monday and into the commute as well. And it looks like we'll take that into the evening commute there too. Overnight lows tonight, this is what I'm talking about. That mid-level cloud deck is going to keep us from getting into the 30s in most spots overnight tonight. In fact, 48 will be the overnight low in Everett. Taking a look across the region, here's what to expect tomorrow, and keep your eyes out for 70s because there will be some. Renton and Issaquah will get close. Bremerton's going to be in contention as well. But take a look at this. 67 Eatonville, 68 Yelm, 67 in Olympia, 69 tomorrow in Auburn. And looking down towards the south, Vancouver and Kelso breaking the 70-degree mark there, 68 in Chehalis. A little cooler and rainier off towards the beach. Tri-Cities getting into the mid-70s tomorrow, and Walla Walla is going to be sweet in the upper 60s. We'll get into the mid-60s in Seattle tomorrow, and then we go back into that cool, wet, and unsettled pattern for most of the week, but it's already looking like next weekend could be decent too.